because rising out of this ground that we played on, there were swings and seesaws, you know, monkey bars. It's little Peter Tork up there. All of them designed by a beneficent creator, obviously male, to give the boys a little peek at the girls' underwear. Now, I know you're looking at me like I'm some kind of a freak or a pervert. Come on. I was not the only, I know those looks, you know. It's like being back in my classroom or having dinner with my family. I was not the first boy or the only boy in elementary school with a lingerie fetish. You know, I see London, I see France, you know. Do you think I made that up? That was the poetry of playgrounds before I came on the scene. Okay? It's not me, it's the underwear. You don't hear kids saying, I see Saigon, I see Laos, I see Sally's satin blouse. You don't hear that. Okay? You don't hear, I see Moscow and Belarus, I see Nancy saddle shoes. No, nobody's interested in blouses and saddle shoes. A few guys are interested in shoes, okay. But the underwear thing is universal, at least in our culture. Okay? It's everywhere. Panty raids, Victoria's Secret, I see London, I see France. It's all part of the same obsession. And to me, what's really interesting, though, is the way today, the teenagers, the kids today, have turned the whole thing on its ear. And so after centuries of underwear concealment, these kids are flaunting their underwear. They insist that we see it. By the time I finished my teaching career, I was so used to seeing my boys' boxers that I don't think I saw them anymore. You know, instead of being shocking, it became kind of clownish, especially the guys that wore the boxers over their pants, you know, which some of them did. The girls, I'll have to admit, was another matter. It's probably because of when I grew up, or when I was supposed to have grown up. But I never really quite got accustomed to seeing my girls' underwear in school. And we actually, to make it worse, if girls' bras were showing, we teachers were actually supposed to like speak up and do something about it. And I obviously was out the day they gave that in-service training. I mean, you know, I couldn't help but notice your straps are showing and part of your left cup. This is very offensive, if nothing else, at least to the sense of symmetry. I just chose, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I just chose, you know, not to notice. And the bras weren't the worst of it. I'm still recovering from the shock. The feeling that they, like in Sports Illustrated, they said the apocalypse is upon us. The first time I saw a thong in school, I want to be delicate about this, but let me say, the time came when girls began to wear pants that were cut in such a way that if the girl, you know, sat down or even just leaned forward, the pants would hang on her in a style associated over the years with plumbers. So, one day I was sitting in my classroom among my students. We're watching a presentation, and I just happened to glance at the kid next to me, diagonally ahead in the next row, a girl named Dawn. And for a moment, the thought came through my mind. I said, well, that's strange. What's my plumber doing here? But in the next moment, I realized it's not my plumber at all. And here I am, like, gaping like an idiot at the crack of dawn.